definitely back to the bullshit.
And this is the Young and Gettin It podcast. Just so you know, you can find us on Apple Podcasts. Just search Young and Gettin It podcast. There's no G at the end of gettin. Subscribe, rate, and review. We're also on SoundCloud.com/WeAreYAGIP. Follow and comment on there. And we're also on YouTube. Just search Young and Gettin It podcast with no G at the end of gettin. Subscribe on there. And we're on all podcasting platforms. Let's just be really honest.
You can also find us on Instagram at YAGI_podcast, or you could go to our website, which is www.weareYAGIP.com. And then if you would like to start or join the conversation with us, you can hit us up at Ashleyandninapod@gmail.com or text or call us at 323-486-3811.
Yes. Back to the bullshit. I know there was things that we talked about we're going to talk about, but I'm like, first of all, Jussie Smollett, he really got off. And everybody was like, all the people who didn't judge him were like, I told you can't you just believe in social media and da-da-da-da-da-da. Ain't nobody said that nigga's innocent. They just said that they dropped the charges.
Like, you could get the charges dropped and still be guilty. It's just that, like, they don't have enough evidence to prove that you are guilty.
Yeah. And
because, like, the story, it still does not make sense because nothing was explained.
Yes. And it's hard because it seems like the story makes it seem like that nigga's lying, but then it's also Chicago PD, which we all know is a shitty. Yeah. Even just like LAPD, they're shitty too.
Yeah,
we know they don't give a fuck. And if you're black, they really don't give a fuck. And so it's like, I'm not saying he did it. I don't fucking know. It just seems like he did.
Yeah.
But it was a deal. Like, even though they're like kind of making it seem like it wasn't a deal, there's a certain like protocol that comes. He forfeited the $10,000 bail, which is like, if you get off, you get your bail money back. He forfeited it. He did community service, and he did something else. And it's like that.
That's like behavior of somebody who's guilty.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
And it sucks, like, for people who do all that shit just to not deal with the legal stuff and they're innocent. But it's like, all these things are all pointing to, we will not know. And his case is sealed. He went to court to seal his shit so no one, because clearly, you see how dark his eye circles were during, like, he looked like hurt. And
that nigga was hurt. He was like, oh, my shit about to be over.
Yeah, he looked just fucked up. Like, and I'm like, he was smart about the sealing it though, just because the way that paparazzi and all these people dig.
Okay,
because we thought about the same bitch.
Oh my god, I'm not about to.
We're done with Jussie.
Yeah, I'm not about to give her no shine. I don't know her fucking name.
And fuck her.
On the real. So Nina, fuck all paparazzi.
Right. All you guys who are digging to find information.
And
I know that you make money
attacked.
off. Yeah. I know y'all make money off of that, but your soul maybe is
like, we get that as money, but damn, at least be sold for something else.
Man.
But this bitch online, she fucking, I'm pretty sure y'all seen this video. She called the hospital that Wendy Williams' husband's mistress apparently delivered the baby at. And I would just like to say, whatever hospital employee gave her the information of the room number over the phone, I don't think you're supposed to do that shit. Like, especially if they have the person's name. But okay. And then another thing, the mistress is stupid for going in on her real name. Like, all famous people always have them listed under like some bogus ass fucking name.
I don't know.
So that's why I didn't
Are they allowed to do that? Are they allowed to use the fake names?
They let the celebrities do it. They usually be like having a fake name from my experiences, like what I know.
Privilege.
But the fact that the hospital employee gave out room number and said, "Oh yeah, she's definitely in that room. Yeah, she's in labor and delivery."
Oh my god, the department.
Like, you're giving out a lot of information over the phone, and like, to some extent, that has to be a HIPAA violation.
This girl who did the video, it's like she should get in trouble. She put her face out there. So
yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to follow up because I'm like, nigga, did you get in trouble for this?
She was doing too much.
She did the most.
She called the hospital, called the room of the woman, and she was like, oh, is this you? This is your cousin, whoever. Are you okay? Is the baby okay? Like...
And she seemed confused too, like, who the fuck? Because she probably knows her cousins. And she's like,
you ain't no cousin that I know.
You ain't nobody.
Yeah, like, you ain't no kin to me. But, like, that shit made me uncomfortable watching how much she pried into somebody else's business. Yeah. And then what made me even more uncomfortable is the people in the comments like, oh, well, Wendy does this to people all the time. Okay, but nobody ever said Wendy Williams is right. People do not. Either. And people do not like Wendy Williams because how fucking nosy and judgmental she is.
You guys act like people like Wendy. Like, yeah, people like her, but you're acting like there's not a whole bunch of people who hate her for exactly what she does.
Yeah.
That's why people are laughing at her because of her situation. Exactly. That is the fundamental reason why. So it's like, just and then the Wendy thing. Do you know she's going on another break? She's saying it's a spring break or that they do this often, but it's like, Wendy,
nigga, we know you in a halfway house. Why you lying?
Yeah, and it's like she relapsed. Didn't I? Oh yeah, the story that I sent you. Yeah, the story
about how she got found drunk, like she was missing, and they're calling trying to find her, and then when they finally did, she was like drunk, and so then they took her. Did they take her to the hospital or back to the halfway house?
Man, I forgot because I sent it to you.
Yeah.
And I didn't say that.
Just go find where you... Oh, it's in the text. You sure right.
But I didn't send it as a picture.
Nigga, no, you didn't.
It was a link.
That shit gonna be far.
Wait. Okay, it is gonna be
far. It's gonna be far.
But anyway, in the meantime, as I'm scrolling on my cell phone, it's like Wendy, she's taking all these breaks, and someone made a point. They were like, I feel like she's been on more breaks than she's actually been at work.
Yeah, but honestly, I feel like she needs the break. Like,
yeah,
her life is in the spotlight now. Like, she's not on the other side of the story now. Like, that shit's all on her, and she's looking really embarrassed whenever the paparazzi rolls up on her.
Maybe she actually will finally feel what it feels like. Because some people, yeah, it's just regular social media, pop culture, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, now you're actually going to feel what it feels like for when your stories take it too far, and then people found it, and then people, our lives are fucked up because of the story. Like Jussie Smollett, his shit blew up so big. Like, it'll be different if like Shade Room posts and blah, 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 blah.
But Shade Room gets that shit big too, because it's like everybody sees the Shade Room. Like, you don't even have to follow the fucking Shade Room to go on there and see shit from the Shade Room, because somebody you know is sharing it, or somebody you know is liking it, so it's going to be on your Explore page.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh, maybe they're not on my Explore page because I follow them.
Yeah,
Shade Room is just evil. One of the main like leads who worked for the Shade Room for very long, Kyle Afferny or whatever, he went to Pepperdine too. He got fired.
Damn.
And then Nicki Minaj hired him for Queen Radio. So, because Nicki Minaj doesn't like the Shade Room. And so,
why?
Yeah, I don't know. You know, Cardi doesn't either. Nobody likes the fucking Shade Room. It's the fucking Shade Room.
Yeah.
Like, y'all need to stop giving that shit energy. And that's the problem. But yeah, he has his own site called The Neighborhood Talk. And it's basically another Shade Room. And he has followers just because he's from the Shade Room. But the Wendy Williams thing, she hosts her show. I remember it was the next day. She hosts her show after reportedly being hospitalized for drinking. Earlier this week, this was posted on March 27th and it happened on March 26th.
Yeah.
Earlier this week, Wendy Williams was reportedly found drunk after checking herself out of the sober living house. Yeah.
You could do that?
The same, yeah, because it's
oh, well, it's at will.
Yeah, you have to want it for yourself. You have to want it for yourself. Yeah, and I remember her talking about like, oh, I've made great friends in my sober living house, and like
then
they're
bitch,
like family to me.
Why aren't you trying to stay there?
Bitch checked out, got drunk.
Like, why aren't you trying to stay there?
No, I think she was probably fun after. Oh yeah, she checked out first. I was about to say, did you get drunk and check out? And she was hospitalized for this alcoholism, and she actually did fucking host her show the next day. That's why everybody was like, this bitch Wendy is at work. What the fuck?
But I mean, if she is a recovering addict, she been doing this. Like, it's not
like,
nothing.
Bitch, she woke up
she's like, oh, it's a normal day. Like, it's not anything new to her.
Yeah, and
I don't think it's anything strenuous.
When you're a crackhead, alcohol isn't the one that's gonna take you down. I mean, God forbid, still like. But yeah, so Wendy Williams, and it's funny because that happened the day after her husband's mistress
and so people
birth.
were like saying rumors like, oh, the birth is what put her back over the edge, and that's why she started doing it again. And I'm just like,
you don't know shit.
Give them space, just like fucking Ben Affleck and Jennifer Garner. How like he's been struggling in and out of like going, he's been going to He's been like going to like, what is that, rehab, like the one where you live there. And I remember
inpatient.
And I remember, well, he is inpatient. I remember the day he got dropped off, like she came outside, and this is like when they're going mid divorce. Like she like came outside and was like, "Excuse me, guys, like this is really hard for him. Can you guys just give him some space?" let him get in the car and let him do this because he really needs to. And I'm like, damn, bitch, you must really like fucking love him, because the fact that like you're getting a divorce, which I'm pretty sure is because of the addiction, is like you're still willing to go help him get help. And there's not a lot of people.
Did they back up?
That.
Did they show it after?
That was like months ago, because they're still like, they've still been seen out and about together, and like she's still been supporting him. And I think the divorce is on pause, but I don't know for sure.
She's probably like, I married him, I do love him, so I'm not about to abandon him.
Yeah, and they got kids together, and it's just like, well, like addiction changes people, and she probably saw who he was like before, and then like who he like became like afterwards. But did you fucking see the post that Diddy made about Kim Porter?
I saw it, but I didn't read it.
I'll read it to you. I remember Kim flying to see me on the set of Can't Nobody Hold Me Down. She took like a 12-hour flight to LA and a 3-hour ride to the desert with no complaints. Was always ride or die from day one. I called her Bonnie and I was Clyde, all caps. This picture will go down in history as the first time I said she was mine and the first time I told her I loved her. Little did I know I was hers. Miss you, Bonnie, and will forever. Man, life is beautiful. Life is beautiful to have these experiences. Love you, baby. And like people was like, but you ended up messing with J-Lo at the time. He said, yes, I did. And then other people are like,
he's just another trash ass nigga. Some people can't help it.
Yeah. And then like other people were just being mean, like, but why didn't you should have done it then? And he was like, and he replied back to somebody. And he was like, yeah, I know, like, but I was young and immature at the time and I wasn't ready. And like, now I am. So I'm like, well, first of all, that's a whole ass diss to Cassie. But I get it. Like that's the
Cassie's
one
in love, so
that's the one that got away. But it's like you wasted this bitch's time.
She was like 20 to 30 with
with
P. Diddy.
She grew up with this nigga.
But at least she got rich.
Yeah, but true that. But I'm just like, people are so fucking cruel, and we've talked about this before. And like, I know we're mean sometimes, but it's just like I feel like people be going out their way to be cynical.
Yes. They're doing it for fun. They're not even like, these people don't even want to be mean. They're doing it for fun. Yeah. They're not naturally like, I feel this way and this is why I'm writing it. They're just like, yeah, I can write some fucked up shit. And here. Like, that's the devil, man.
Even though he didn't like marry her or anything, when she was alive, that's still the mother of 3 of his fucking kids. And it's like, he can love her. Like, people really be thinking like, just because a nigga didn't do something that he can't love somebody. It's like, no, he could love her. He just ain't shit and didn't do anything about it while she was alive. And now he's realizing it and trying to tell other people how to do it. Like, yes, do I still think he's trash for it? Of course. But he was a young nigga in the industry. Like, sounds familiar to me.
Yeah, PSA, like, we're young women, but we're getting older. We're only a few years away from being 30. It's like, you realize some niggas just ain't shit. It's not like, it's their own mental problems that they haven't dealt with. They're gonna cheat and cheat and cheat, and they're trash, and they love to fuck a whole bunch of people and be fake. Like, we just had a recent experience with that. You know, that's just is what it is. Like, I mean, she didn't, but I'm the single one, so niggas be trifling.
Like that thing I posted, like, it's like cancer is like seeing through your bullshit. I'm like, yes, nigga, I see through bullshit real easy. But I you don't know, because I'm a good actor. I act like I don't notice nothing. I'm like, oh yeah, nothing's wrong, man.
Oh yeah. And then like quickly, I'm really glad that people came to the defense of Cardi B when it came to like, I was like, so I've been listening to y'all talking about killing people for a good portion of my life.
I've been listening to y'all about drugging bitches for a lot of my life.
She didn't even know it.
Yeah.
But y'all talk about all the people you done murdered with a gun and ruined, and you guys talk about even their families being traumatized. Yes. You guys talk about robbing, and
you talking about seeing dead people when you close your eyes because you done killed so many fucking people. And then I liked how, I don't remember his gay name, but he's not like he has a gay name. He's gay, and he's like that guy that was on Love and Hip Hop, and he came out.
Bobby Lights.
I think so. He light skinned.
Oh, that other Hispanic guy like from Atlanta.
Yeah, I don't know his name.
Fuck.
But he like came out and he drugged, like they said he drugged Nicki Minaj into it, because she like has a song where she's talking about how he just popped an E-pill and she's waiting for it to kick in, basically. So she's talking about it so she can rob him too. It's like, so he was like, so y'all gonna act like y'all don't rap about this stuff all the time, but it's different now that Cardi B is talking about it. Like, and I think the fashion that she talked about it, it's just like, I'm telling y'all, I had to do this to get what I wanted and do what I had to do to like feed my family.
At the end of the video, she like her voice starts cracking. Doesn't she start like crying low key?
I don't know.
I remember hearing her voice started shaking. This shit was traumatizing for her.
Like
when you're so ignorant that you don't know what poverty is, you need to just shut the fuck up. First of all, that annoys the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Why do people think they can understand the experience of someone who can't eat? What would you do if you can't have food for 2 days?
Or like you can't pay your gas bill, so all your water is cold.
Yeah,
you can't cook no fucking food.
I'm not saying do crime. I'm saying that you don't know what you would do unless you're in the situation.
And it's just like you're really gonna cancel her for that, but y'all not canceling none of your other
every rapper
that be talking about raping bitches, or some that have actually raped bitches and beat bitches. Beat women and raped women, and like. Y'all not gonna cancel them?
That's 98%.
That's why it's like that's why AJ always be saying separate the art from the artist, because y'all fake. Like y'all not really about to stop listening to these people. You're not really outraged. You're not upset. Y'all just want to have your 2 cents in the conversation because everybody cares about their persona online.
I still listen to fucking Future, and I know he's garbage.
I listen to Future.
I'll still listen to Michael Jackson, and I'll still hum R. Kelly on accident. It's really, it is what it is. Like,
it's like I can try and cancel these people to the best of my ability, but it's like y'all gonna have some slip ups. Like y'all halfway cancel people.
Cancel culture is actually getting canceled. Like it's starting to happen.
Oh yeah, we're gonna cancel culture.
We need to cancel culture. That shit is done.
Y'all canceled squared.
Y'all
canceled. No, it was like quadrupled or tripled or some shit.
That shit is too fugazi. Like I'm over it.
I'm just tired of people being fake outraged. Like
another thing. You say fake outrage. So we're gonna talk about the Us movie.
About people were mad because his wife is white.
No,
did you hear about that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
No, they brought it up again. They're like, oh, so we're gonna just write off the fact that his wife was white because he had an all black cast. What the fuck do the two have to do with each other?
And like I've been watching his wife on TV for years. She's
a
famous comedian.
Yeah, somebody was like, his wife is actually pretty cool.
She's a dope bitch. So you can fuck out of here. She ain't even like a white lady. Like she's not like a lady who's like, oh, I see.
Yes.
See black man. No, she's not that lady.
And that's what people were saying. Like they were like, okay, you guys just need to state the fact that you're racist at this point. Like at this point, it is racism because y'all are very like. Y'all are all about, oh yeah, you love who you love, but it has to be a black woman. When it comes to black men, like y'all always get this sour taste in your mouth when it's a white woman. Y'all don't want Jordan Peele. You don't.
I was just about to say that.
You don't fucking want it.
I was like, you gonna be with his weird ass?
So why does it matter that he is marrying a white woman that he loves, that he clearly ain't racist? Because there's no way that he's gonna date a racist white woman.
Oh,
with
no.
The skits that him and Jordan the Key and Peele show, like those skits that they had, they are always addressing racism.
They're enlightened, yeah. They know.
And then he makes a movie addressing racism. Then he makes another movie addressing classism. What the fuck that shit was.
This was about classism. And then we're gonna talk about that right now because only that was like the last thing I wanted to say about it. Oh, because
people just annoy me.
So we're gonna spoil it. We'll put it in the description. Lupita Nyong'o, you know, her Tethered had that like speaking issue, and she said that like she got her inspiration off of people with like certain types of mental illness, like she specified, and they're trying to get mad at her because she said I was like, bitch, her Tethered was fucking weird. Like, her Tethered had, first of all.
Her Tethered was weird as fuck.
Her Tethered.
All the Tethereds were weird.
All of them. The whole population.
Her dad Tethered. I thought he was sexy normal. And then I saw him Tethered and I was like,
Yeah. All the Tethered person, like, especially just focusing on Lupita, that's a person with mental illness.
Yeah.
They were walking around killing people.
Yeah. And like, she planned this shit for her whole life. And it's like, bitch, you could have just walked out and let all them other niggas walk out, and y'all didn't like. You didn't need to do none of the shit that happened.
But yeah, there was a ton of we don't have to talk about long, but there was a ton of stuff because I actually listened to small spoilers before, it didn't ruin anything, and then I listened to like big spoilers after, like the rabbits. You know how they were saying like we never got good food.
Yeah, we had to
gifts.
Eat the rabbits raw.
And Charlemagne the God looked it up online. He just looked up eating a rabbit, and it said that rabbits, you will die from malnutrition if you try to be on a diet of rabbit because they do not have the nutrients to keep a human alive. And so it's like people in the projects and the poverty and everything, they're getting the government cheese, McDonald's, everything that will kill you.
So since I've been going to LA a lot these past couple weeks, I noticed like all the fast food restaurants that they have in the hood, and then when you go to like Santa Monica and how the food changes. Yes, like the food is very different. The stores are different. Like, and it's just like the only like somewhat healthy place that I saw that you really see like in the hood is Subway. Bullshit anyway,
right?
And then El Pollo Loco, like and maybe a Chipotle,
damn chicken.
Yeah, and it's just like you don't really see anything else, and like I don't even think El Pollo Loco that good for you, like depending on what you get.
Yeah, there's too much oil on it anyway. That's why I was thinking whenever I eat the chicken, I'm like, there's just a lot of oil.
But that shit got flavor though.
I mean, that's why it tastes good, because all that goddamn oil on that white meat chicken. God. But yeah, so that was one thing. I'm annoyed at the Lupita thing because it's like, how do you think retarded characters representing, retarded, but mentally challenged, or mentally disabled?
It's it's that, or like intellectually challenged.
Yeah, so the actors,
I feel like that's more disrespectful, honestly.
Right. It's like it's your brain.
Yeah,
you know, like
that's a little.
It's your chromosomes. So what the fuck? But even actors that do mentally challenged people, are you gonna cancel them because they acted like a mentally challenged person?
Y'all didn't cancel Cuba Gooding Jr. after he was radio.
Yeah, that's trash. Like
y'all roasted the fuck out of him. Actually,
that was a good movie though. Like, what's his name again? The dad, Winston Duke. Man.
Oh, and Us.
Yeah, and Us.
He pissed me off. He was Did you notice how all of the men were inferior to the women?
Yeah,
like all the men were stupid, unless the only smart one was the little boy.
Yeah.
But all of the men, they were codependent. They couldn't do anything. Like, they couldn't even kill their other, like, without assistance.
Right. Winston, I mean, he just did a lot.
When he got that fucking baseball snatched, the baseball bat snatched, as soon as that happened, bitch, I was on the edge of my seat. And I was like, Rashad, I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, this nigga, I really was like, are you serious? In the middle of the theater.
Whole time, like, you know how many times I did this in the movie theater? Like, it was like 10 times. I was like, hopefully I'm not annoying them, because it was packed. I was like, hopefully I'm not annoying the people next to me, because I was just like, but I did say during the movie, I was like to my friend, like, I was like, Jordan Peele did all this shit on purpose. He purposely did shit to piss us off.
Yes.
When she stabbed the twin girl, twin tethered, and then threw the scissor, I said, bitch, take the scissor. What are you doing? I was like, if any of these motherfuckers wake up, they have a weapon right here. Plus, you need a weapon.
Yes. Or when Winston Duke got pulled back in the water, like when the boat started.
Oh my God.
Like,
oh yeah, when he fucking come on, like, get it together.
Why are you so useless?
That shit was so
You're useless,
stupid,
bro.
Man, but that little boy, he was an interesting character. Like,
he was very smart.
Yeah, I'm still trying to
because
understand
he knew that the woman,
the mom,
was not the one that should have been out.
I got really scared. Okay, first of all, the baby girl version of Lupita,
cute as fuck,
but that scary smile though.
Yeah,
I was like, I was so scared. Like that face, I was like, that whoever that little black girl is. First of all, her skin,
yes,
but
flawless.
Oh my God! But then second of all, I was like, girl, you're a good actor, because that scary face is scary as fuck. Like, ooh, all their scary faces were fucking creepy. Like, but what I'm trying to think of other spoilers or little things. Oh, they had the little girl wearing a Thriller shirt. The little Lupita.
Yeah, and then did you notice the Jesus dude is the one the little boy saw, but it was the tethered Jesus dude he saw. Because remember when they're rolling up to the beach, there's the guy, the Jesus guy is getting put in the ambulance. He had gotten stabbed. Yes. And so then when the little boy walks away, he sees the tethered Jesus dude standing there like this,
with his hand
starting
dripping.
The chain. Like he was getting ready to start the chain, like the Hands Across America. Yeah, and his hand is bleeding because he just killed his tethered. And so he was standing there. Because when she's leaving, like when she left initially, when the little girl left initially, she passed by the Jesus dude when she was going to go up the escalator.
Did you look up the 1111? So it was basically like
I was like, I should have.
It was something 1111. Do you remember what? Just 11. Actually,
just type in 1111. It'll come up.
11:11 Bible. Yeah. So Jeremiah.
We don't read the Bible.
And the first thing that popped up is, let me tell you what the thing in Us said. So basically, we looked it up in the theater. We pulled out our phone.
Really?
And it says, therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, I will bring evil upon them, which they shall not be able to escape. And though they shall cry unto me, I will not hearken unto them.
See, that's not like the Bible. What the fuck that mean?
I mean, you read, it's not Genesis, right? What's the last, Revelations, bitch?
Oh yeah, I'm not reading that.
Oh,
I
yeah,
know
don't
it's
read
scary.
that.
I know all that shit's scary.
Don't
That's
read
why I'm like,
Revelations.
how do y'all?
I mean, read the Bible, but dang.
Yeah, it's like, how do y'all go read this every Sunday?
I'm gonna do like Bible study when I start studying a Bible and like doing notes and stuff. Because remember when the pastor at the little dinner was all like, "Oh, well, why isn't your Bible highlighted?" I was like, I should start writing in the Bible. So once I do that, I'm going to do Revelations last because it is scary.
Yeah.
Like they tell you how we're gonna die, and it's not. It's scary. It's really scary. I'm like, God, why?
Right?
Why? But yeah, what's another spoiler in the movie? Or not spoiler. First of all, them two twin tethers were scary as shit looking.
They definitely were.
They were one of the scariest tethers to look at. I don't know why. Like, they're good actors.
I was just thinking about it. I'm like, what would mine be like? Because it was essentially like your tethered was the opposite of who you were. Like, so I'm like, or it's just like, right, or it's like your worst qualities were your tethered.
Yeah, because she was saying, remember she gave a description of all her family members. She said the girl was like, basically
she said a little monster.
She's a little monster. And it's like the other girl, she's like not nice, but she's not mean.
Yeah, because she's was nice. Like she defended her little brother. Like you know how like most older siblings don't. Like she knows her brother's weird, and she's like, but guess what? I'm still gonna defend him.
Yeah, like she was just like, I think they were the intense version of their negatives because the little boy kept playing with that magic trick that was supposed to light.
His whole bottom half of his face was burned off.
No, the not tethered boy, his little magic trick would cause like a spark or fire, and the other one was obsessed with.
He was a
arson.
What's that? A
pyromaniac.
Yeah, but the whole bottom of his face was burnt off.
Yeah, and he did it.
And he was like his mom's lapdog.
And the fact that he was permanently wearing a mask, whereas this boy just wanted to have a mask on.
I think he was autistic, the little boy. I think he had some type of like mental disability, just because his sister was like, he's weird, he just has trouble focusing. Like, and I caught that. I was like, oh, so he might be autistic.
Or even just ADHD.
Yeah.
Because he was just like a little shit, like what they call little kids. Like, I don't know. It just freaked me out at the end. I mean, I kind of spoiled it for myself, but it was like, even still watching, it's like, dang, she was her tethered version and she had created a whole life. And I was asking my friend, I said, so why is the real version of her talking like that? And he was like, she spent her whole life around people who don't talk. And I was like, oh, you can lose your skills will recess because of that.
And no, she crushed her windpipe.
Oh, when?
Remember when she went into that little like that tiki house thing and it's like meet your real self?
Yeah.
When she choked her.
Oh my God.
That's not why. She choked her and then messed up her vocal cords.
Wow. I'm about to text my friend.
Yeah, like nigga, you were wrong.
What? Okay. I just thought her skills had that's why she was like, oh my God, that gulp, ew.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Or when she started laughing. It reminded me of all the memes. It's like when you eat an edible and then like an hour later you like, oh, this ain't kicking in, so you eat another one. And then it shows her laughing. That shit's funny.
Man. What else happened in that movie that was crazy? Oh yeah, and then it explained to me why when all the shit started going down, Lupita, the real one, she knew exactly where to go.
Yeah.
She just went straight there. And then her son, mind you, her son is like, how the fuck did she find me? Mm-hmm. How the hell would she find me? She knew.
Yep.
That's why he was looking at her fucked up at the end of the movie.
No, he kept looking at her fucked up when she would kill people. Because he would hear how she'd be like, and that's exactly like how the other ones sounded when they killed people. So he was like, hold up. Because when she killed the white twin in the house, when she killed one of the twins, she started doing that shit. And then when she killed herself down in the little underground place, she started breathing like that again. And he was scared and he didn't want to come out because he was like, you're not right.
And that's funny. He
was like, you're not right.
She only heard him because he made a noise on accident. And that makes sense because I did hear a spoiler where someone was like, he knew damn near the whole movie.
Yes.
And I was like, oh shit, that makes total sense.
Yep.
What the fuck else? People were also saying just a 5 on it, how she was snapping off beat.
Oh, that part. She said, get in rhythm. Bitch, you're not.
You get in rhythm.
Y'all all need help getting in rhythm. Because how are you a dancer and you ain't in rhythm?
Yeah. Also, do you notice the daughter? You know how that guy came out like, get off my car. Like, get off my car. You notice she chopped his balls off, right? Yeah, they said
I didn't know she
the only
chopped
reason
his
I
balls
caught
off.
it was because I heard it prior. Yeah. And then so when I saw it, I was looking and I was like, you see her nowhere near anywhere above this. You see her go, And he's like, ah, and falls on his knees.
Oh, I thought she like
dead.
stabbed him in the stomach.
She cut his fucking nuts off.
What?
You could tell. Like no one can tell if the only person who noticed it saw the movie twice.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna see it twice because I have to take my cousin.
And I ran out like because my bladder is trash. I ran out for like really. I peed really fast though. I missed like almost nothing.
Yeah.
Like I was rocket speed. Like I barely missed anything and gave me the rundown.
Squatted and peed in a cup.
Oh my God, there's too many people in there. I would have did it. It would have been so funky.
When we went, it was a weekday, so it was pretty empty.
Oh yeah. When did I go? Oh, Thursday night, and we missed the 7. We didn't miss it, but we didn't want to miss the beginning, so we were like refund this for 8 p.m.
The movie literally like there's a commercial and then it goes dark and then the movie starts and you're just like, oh no wonder.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was so crazy, that fucking movie. It was really good. I didn't like the ending a lot because I was like...
There was a lot of holes.
Well, yeah, and the thing is everyone is just like tethered across America. Somebody was saying, oh, does that represent the wall that Trump's trying to build? And I was like, I can see how that does that. I don't think
it's that real. That, I don't know.
I was just wondering, what are y'all going to do? Because all these tethers are standing there. But I assume they're not doing anything because their original person is dead. And that their leader is also dead. So there's no one to lead them.
Yeah, she probably just got up to that part of the plan and was like, yeah, guys, have nothing else for you.
Because they all were just standing there. I was like, I don't know. That shit didn't make no fucking sense. It was
weird. And then it was weird how Lupita, even though they had switched places, she was still, she still became weird. Like the little girl was still weird while she was there.
But that's also, my friend was saying, that's also just linked to her being down there her whole life.
Yeah.
And then it was crazy.
She said she was different because she's like, no, but you were different and you know it.
So she did just wander off very strangely though.
They both did.
Oh yeah.
At the same time, remember? And that's why she was saying, I think God brought us together because they went to the same exact place at the same time on the same night without even knowing about each other.
Yeah, that was just weird how they showed like how people above and below were acting, and I was just like,
below was like when they were eating.
Yeah, that was weird. But you noticed that the real Lupita was ballet dancing down there, and that's the only reason why she did it up was there. So good. I was like, what?
Because she said if it wasn't for you, I probably never would have danced.
Jesus.
Yeah. That's
so crazy. But yeah, that movie just had a whole bunch of shit going on. But it was good. When people were saying it wasn't good, I was like, how?
What were you watching?
It was a horror movie.
Like, but there were some parts where I understood where like it fell flat. Yeah. But I don't know. I think it's because like when they try and like sprinkle the comedy in, because like Winston Duke, he was, I know, I'm like trying to get it. Can you just pull it off? It keeps touching my eyelashes. But he was useless for one, and then I didn't like their accents, like how they were extra proper. Like no, you need to go over there.
And I forgot, I think it was on Brilliant Idiots podcast, they did make the point to say that they just had a black cast, but they made sure that the dad was still corny, like the dad,
like suburban.
The kids were still fighting like regularly. Where in black families, the kids fight too much. Parents are like, you better get whereas it was just like they made the family be like a white family, but they're black. And he was, and like, and then
they had those white ass friends.
Yeah, and he was trying to one up them and stuff, like, oh, I got the boat and stuff.
So I guess that means I get the car.
That's why they said it was about classism, because it was like people living good up here, they don't even think about how bad the people living poor are. You see Trump and all them pulling money from here and here. True. Because you guys aren't even considering how terrible people are living because they don't have money. Not because they're shitty people. Yes, there are shitty people, rich and poor. Yeah. But it's like, these people just don't have money. This is the only reason why they're living so terribly.
In the fucking basement of
eating
the earth.
Rabbits, eating fast food.
They were living in the basement of the fucking earth.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah. That's fucked up. That's so rude. Like, what's wrong with them? But yeah, that was a good movie.
Hey everyone, interrupting the conversation really quickly to bring you a Black Business of the Week. This week we have Karibe Company. So it's spelled Karibe Company. So this is a household supplies and cookware. So a Black owned cookware company. They have pots, pans, they have plates and bowls. You can find them on Instagram at Karibe Company. or you can go to their website, which is karibecompany.com. They have stainless steel pots and pans. Oh, actually just stainless steel pot set and stainless steel sauce pot.
They look so nice.
They look poppin'. And I mean, it's a black business that you can support, and everybody needs stuff for their kitchen. So let's not even be fake and be out here, and let's support the culture.
It's by black.
Exactly. So if you want to find them, and they have a discount code on their Instagram, and it's capital Insta, all caps, just spelled Insta, INSTA. And so you can find them on here at KARIBE Company or karibecompany.com/shop-online/. And they're located in Newark, New Jersey. So keep that in mind when ordering. All right, guys, back to our regularly scheduled program. Okay, guys. Hi. Welcome back to the conversation. So this week we don't really have that much to teach y'all, but I came across something online that I thought was very interesting. And then I also like to say it's Women History Month. Woo woo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But I ain't about to talk about women. Sorry. So apparently in this state, I think this is for the state of California. Mm-hmm. So the funding for prisoners is $75 billion is spent per year on incarceration.
Jesus.
And only $65 billion on education. I mean, not that far apart, but it comes down to like the cost per student. So the average median cost per student is $10,000, and it's $100,000 per prisoner.
Wow.
I don't even know how that works. But I did look up the cost one time for like keeping somebody on death row for however many amounts of years it is, and that shit's more expensive than going to college.
Why is death row backed up like that?
I don't know why they wait so long.
Do y'all be killing people 24/7 every day? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. And it's like, do y'all hold them there to make sure that they're really guilty? Like, it's like, shouldn't you have faith in your system that you know for a fact if you put somebody on death row that they're guilty or not?
Yeah, they don't got
but I guess not.
System. Fuck the system.
So there's over 20 prisons that have been built in the state of California since 1980. I'm sorry, it was small, guys. I can't see it. And then one university has been built in California since 1980.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I wonder what school that is.
Right, me too. 25% of the world's total prison population is held in America. And 40% of the prison population is, wait, this is so small. I can't read that. Yeah, because it's about something about black people. Black Americans,
of American population,
40% of them are in the prison population, and 6% are college population. Okay, so of Black Americans, 40% are in prison, 6% are in college.
Jesus.
Yes. And then 1 in 4 Black males will go through corrections in their lifetime. Number 1 highest prison population globally is the United States. And so for white Americans, 39% make up the prison population. Guess how much of them make up the college?
80?
79.
Wow. What the fuck?
And we're number 65 of the global college population. So it's just like, this I got off of Instagram at untouchable.entertainment.inc. So like, I didn't really do a whole bunch of fact checking on it, but it's just like, if these things are as true as this little thing says they are,
we got a long ways to go.
And that like reminds me of this conversation I was having with Ohi, and I'm like, yo, when we get you on here, we gotta talk about this, because it's like
Booty Meat Kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we
gotta talk to him, because he had some things that I thought were interesting to say, because he posted one of the same things I posted this week, and then I replied to him, and he's like, exactly. He's like, you should see the responses that I'm getting for this, and like what one girl said, I was just like, okay, I think she's trying to be funny. And I'm like, this isn't something. I was like, oh, I hope she's trying to be funny, because what she was saying, I was just like, sis, I hope you really don't think that way, because if you do, you are very dense.
I mean, America
it's
is very
possible.
Dense. Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible.
Trump is president. That shows how dense people are out here.
Oh, us condensed. What do you want? You know, damn
well, bitch. Jesus.
That is funny because she was really acting dumb.
That's so
But
funny.
yeah, like I just wanted to bring that up because I thought that was really interesting, especially since like what Ohi and I were talking about had to pertain like with the black men and like how they're treated. And it's just like, this is ridiculous that 40% of the prison population is black. And we don't even make up a lot of the population.
It's a business.
Yeah.
It's all a business, unfortunately. We have a long, that's why I was like, we have a long ways to go because it's like, we can go on forever about this. We're just not going to because I got to go to work.
Yeah, Nina got shit to do. And I'm fucking tired. We've had a long week.
Man. And that's an understatement.
That's why we need to do. We should just do Look at God because like this week, like.
You can go first.
Yeah, this week was very fucking trying. So like I told you guys this before, like my grandma, she's had Alzheimer's since I was in fucking high school. Like that's when she first got it. So that was about to be a decade ago next year. Sadly, because I don't want to go to that high school reunion. Anyway, so she has had Alzheimer's since then. Like, so she started deteriorating like really fast. Declining.
Deteriorating means like actually falling into pieces.
I mean, she was.
Declining
she, like,
means like about to.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, she been declining like she started declining really rapidly, but like. Look at God, she finally died. I know that sounds like super fucking harsh, but
I get it.
If y'all knew the condition that my grandmother was in, you would understand like why I was happier that she passed instead of keeping her here and she was
very old, so it's like she lived a full life.
Yeah, she lived a good life, and like my auntie was taking care of her for years, so like look at God, she doesn't have that burden anymore, like because sadly when you are a caregiver for somebody, you don't get to have a life. Your life is not yours. Your life is literally catering to somebody else. And like my auntie did an amazing job up to the point that my grandma like passed away. Like my grandma's hair was still long. It was clean. It was taken care of. My grandma never stank. Like my grandma never got bed sores. She never got sores, period. And then she was able to feed herself. And that's like the only thing she could do is like feed herself and talk to you a little bit. Even though it didn't make sense, she was still able to do that up until like a few days before she passed. So
yeah. And it's like you got to kind of pray for your aunt to not kind of be like, what do I do with myself now? Because any change causes like depression sometimes.
And that's what we were telling her. We were like, Auntie, now you got to get out and do those things that you've been wanting to do that you haven't.
Go to the gym, go walking.
And I was joking with her. I was like, Auntie, you want me to make you a wig? Like, you're going to help Stella get her groove back. Like,
that's so funny.
So, yeah, look at God that she passed away. Look at God that I'm making it. Like, because I didn't realize, like, I was on call this week, and then I made the call schedule and didn't realize I put myself on call 2 weeks in a row. And I did this just so I could make events like that Nina and I wanted to do. And like, so it's going to suck because it came at the wrong time. But like my job has been pretty good about it so far. And people aren't bitching to me as much this week, thankfully. So yeah, look at God for that. And then this is what I was going to tell you. Remember how I was like, oh yeah, tell me something embarrassing that happened about your childhood like this past week when we were hanging out?
Yeah.
And you know how like you always talk about school and how you miss assignments? Bitch, that shit happened to me this week. So... I
hate that shit.
Like, remember I told you I missed class, and then when I missed class, I didn't realize like I missed the due date for an assignment. And what makes it even worse is like I had half the assignment done the night before it was due, and I was like, oh, I'm tired. I'm just gonna go to sleep
and finish it tomorrow.
Yeah. And then that's when like the bad stuff started happening to my grandma, so I didn't finish it. And then so yesterday, I was doing the assignment, and I'm like, I like had recorded myself because I was like, let me like try and make an inspirational video, show people how I do my homework, and like I haven't edited it, right? So
the irony.
I get to the end of the video recording, and I'm about to submit my homework, and I go on there, and like my jaw just drops. I'm like, it's late.
Ooh, that feeling where you can't submit no more. But
he let me submit it, and I emailed him, and he was like, no problem. But like when I saw that, I was like, fuck.
My chest.
Like in the video, I'm really just like, fuck. Because I'm like, I'm trying to do this to show people like, look, studying can be fun. Like, let me show y'all how I keep study. That video. Oh no, I kept it. Like, I'm gonna edit it today. But I was just like, fuck. Like, I just felt so fucking stupid. But it's like I have a lot of shit going on, so it's understandable that like I could miss an assignment. You know?
Definitely.
And then look at God, I still did okay on my final exam because right when I clicked the button to start my final exam, my sister called me to tell me my grandma was passing away.
Oh my
It's
God.
Literally as soon as I clicked the fucking button. So I'm like, fuck. And like my mind was already fucked up because I had been awake for 24 hours prior to that.
Oh yeah.
And then I slept for like 5 hours and I woke up and I was hurt. And so like it made it so hard to finish the exam, but I mean, I did it. So
look at God.
I got a 16 out of 20 so far without a regrade. So it's not what I wanted.
I don't have like a huge look at God. It's like more like Ashley said, like this week has been trying.
True.
So more of my look at God is like, I'm a waitress and a financial analyst. So it's like the job I'm going to right now is a waitress job. So it's kind of good just being like, I can't work there as much now because of my other job. Going there tomorrow going there yesterday and fucking rocking it. Like, it's just like finally crossing to the point, like, cause I was not inviting people to my restaurant not because I just thought I was going to fuck up, because I didn't want distractions while I'm learning. And I remember my friend who doesn't work there anymore, he would say like, yeah, you wasn't trying to talk to me at all when you were new. And I was like, yeah, because I didn't know. Like, I gotta
be on my P's and Q's.
Yeah,
I can't come in acting like I've been here.
And there's so much to know when you work in fine dining. It's fucking insane. Like, it's just it's like an endless, just checking in when you get to work. Yesterday, since I don't work as often, checking in almost took me 30 minutes to memorize all the oysters, all the market fish, all the chef's edition, and we have to know the recipe. So I know the recipe to the cocktail, like the beers, explain it was just so much because I hadn't been there in so long. So it's like, look at God of like, killed it, did well. My coworker was slacking off and gave me all the work. Like when I got, and also it was kind of annoying because I got to work in the room that was supposed to be set up, had nothing set up. So imagine like just tables with cloth over it, no forks, spoons, nothing, no candles, no nothing. The lights weren't even on. Like and all the cloths on the tables were dirty, so it was like I started from scratch. So it took me almost an hour before I could even start taking people, and then he just walked in and but it's like, and then he left and I clocked out and still had to put stuff away because he left and he wasn't even about to violate. I almost violated to where the managers were like, Nina, you need to clock out right now. Like, cause you work 6 hours and we don't take breaks. Dumb shit. Yeah. And so it was just like,
I'd be like, well, where's the rest of my money?
Yeah, and it's just, it was, so I just like the fact that I was able to come in and rock it after such a tiring and trying week, which gives me more motivation to go there right now and like kill it and do better, because like there's people there, like we have competitions to sell certain things, and I was like, this bitch sold 7 and I sold 2. Like, I'm gonna sell my motherfucking 4, because you need 4 to qualify for the competition. It's like, I'm gonna sell that shit today. You try, even if I don't, look at God keeping me healthy. I like kind of quit smoking, just making smoke. I just don't want to be a smoker, so it's like quitting smoking and not feeling the need, like I need to go, and having more time on your hands, not doing it illegally in your car. Like, and there was a cop following me on the way to your house, and I was getting so annoyed because I knew I wasn't doing anything, but you know how they just follow you and hope that you're doing. So I think he might have saw my phone hung up, but it's like, nigga, it's hung up. It's hung. It could be there. He followed me for a while too, and I was just like, but I wasn't doing nothing wrong. So that nigga pulled off, like, and was looking in everybody else's window. Yeah. And he was on a motorcycle. So yeah, that's basically my look at God. Like, I'm fine. I'm doing well. Finally went back to the gym today too. Haven't been there in 2 fucking weeks because what time? I still need to figure out how to study for this CFA exam, because what the fuck? I don't have time, but at least I'm like healthy. I don't feel sick. I might be a little tired, but who does? Who isn't, so look at God. We are living, becoming more successful, gaining more experience, and that's
being disciplined. Yeah. Because I easily could have been like, no, I don't want to do the podcast today.
I almost texted you during the week, like, I don't know if I'm gonna tape today. It just rolled into me being like, okay.
No, because so Nina texted me and she was like in a bad place, and I was like, nope, change mindset. I was like, I'm not about to entertain this shit.
My depression was speaking.
We're not about to do this. Yeah, because I was like, no, we're not.
I need to give her a name, and it needs to start with
No,
D.
you don't. That's gonna be your tethered, nigga. You better get the fuck out.
Fuck that bitch. Nah. I need to kill her with a fucking scissor. I need to fucking kill that bitch.
That's why I said, like, it's literally the worst person. Like, my tether would be so fucking depressed. Like, she would be so depressed, so anxious, self-sabotaging, be anorexic. Like,
shit, mine would be fucking 300 pounds.
Mine would be like fucking skin and bones, and that's it. Like, you would probably be able to see my heart beating.
Oh my god,
like, it would be bad.
My tether would be horrible.
I'd have no fucking hair.
My tether doesn't exist, and I'm afraid of that bitch. Like, I'm scared of her.
My tether might be the devil.
Okay. Or got the nigga on the line, been texting that nigga or something, like, and shit.
Like, best friends with the devil, the besties. Like, no.
That's my ride or die. Been with me since day one.
Yeah, fuck
I ain't got time.
But yeah,
Reclaiming
my peace. The fuck?
Fuck that shit. Fuck them kids.
It's so okay. One last thing before we end. Nina texted me asking me if it was scary because I saw it before. I was like, it's scary for like 15 minutes, and this is like when I forgot I was about to be sleeping at home alone. So like after I texted her that, I tried to go to sleep later, and I could not fucking sleep for shit because I kept thinking that little boy was gonna crawl up my stairs because like I don't have a door to my bedroom. Rashad wasn't here. I was fucking scared. And then like I was thinking about my grandma. I was like, no.
Yeah. And I just saw a shadow, which was a normal shadow. And I was scared. I said, what the
remember when I moved my wig head? I was like, nope, let me move this so I don't get scared tonight.
See someone just standing.
Yes. And I forgot to move it last night. And so it was just in my room. And I was like, I hope I don't wake up in the middle of the night.
And see that shit.
I hope I don't wake up.
That's so fucking funny. But yeah, that was a good movie. Tell us how you feel about the movie. If
I know
you
a lot
liked
of people were
it.
Disappointed. I mean, go in with no expectations. That's how you have to lead life. Because if you go in with expectations, you'll be disappointed every time.
Lead life.
Yeah, like you literally have to live like that. Period.
Hell yeah.
Because that's what I do. I'd be like, yep, we gonna see how this go.
Yeah, that's really it.
And odds are it goes better than you think it will.
Yeah, and sorry, side note from the spoiler, but it's like whoever, we're not gonna put this time stamp in here.
Nah.
She was so ready to kill everyone because she knew what the fuck was going on the whole time, and I was like, oh, I just thought she was just over it at first, but it's like, oh shit.
Oh,
disconnected. Oh, okay. Whatever.
Oh no, it wasn't.
Fuck it. Yeah, I was just like, she just knew what was good. It was that's why
she was like, I don't want to go to the beach.
And
wait, why do we have to go to that beach? why are we going to that one?
It's like, why do you vacation there?
And then why'd you never tell your husband?
Why do you get a house
that
over
this
there?
Shit happened to you. That was like her family's house, I think. It's kind of like an inheritance thing.
Oh, bitch, sell it.
Right?
Like, no.
Rent that bitch out.
She wasn't afraid of them like everyone else was, and that's why she was willing to go in and like kill them. And that's nigga, yes, that's why the twins and the mom didn't kill her in the house. They know who the fuck a Tether is. I was wondering why the fuck they wouldn't kill her.
They literally did just drag her in
and handcuffed her.
Yeah. That's it.
Because their leader was her. Bitch.
They were waiting for her to come. I know that they were waiting for her to come to the house so that she could hold her there until the other one gets to the house so she could kill her. She was like, I'm not going to kill your tethered. I killed mine and got my satisfaction. So you come in and get yours.
Oh my God.
Just leave that here.
And that's why she was playing with the lipstick too. Because she's like, these little.
And the way she put it on, she's like,
all these things they never got because they were eating fucking rabbits and shit.
But it's funny. And it's funny. She still hated her husband too. Hilarious.
Oh, she did?
Remember when he was getting attacked and she looked like she was going to scream? She was like, and then she started
laughing.
Mm-hmm.
That was really weird.
She really hated him.
I wonder why they couldn't talk.
Because they never talked, I guess.
I don't know. We're going to have to look that up.
Yeah.
I'm going to actually read a full spoiler to see anything I missed.
Yeah,
because you told me shit I didn't
their
know.
DNA. I be paying attention.
Yeah, you told me some shit I didn't even know. Yeah. But yeah, and I'm going to tell my friend about the neck breaking shit. I was wondering why she fucking was talking like that.
Shit, Ashley.
But yeah. Just so you know, you can find us on Apple Podcasts. Just search Young and Gettin Podcast. There's no G at the end of Gettin. Subscribe, rate, and review. We're also on SoundCloud.com.
You go into the topic.
SoundCloud.com.
Once upon a time.
SoundCloud.
When she started talking, I was like, is that a demon?
I just didn't like her. I was just like, stop talking. Like, I just hated it.
Why your story so long?
Like,
write it down, bitch. Damn.
You guys, SoundCloud.com/YAGIP. Follow us, comment on there. We're also on YouTube. Just search Young and Gettin Podcast. There's no G at the end of Gettin. Subscribe and comment on there also. We're also on Spotify. Just search Young and Gettin Podcast, but there is an apostrophe at the end of Gettin. Mm-hmm. Still no G. You can follow us on there. All SoundCloud platforms, all podcast platforms.
All SoundCloud platforms.
All podcast platforms. We're on there. We're on GooglePlay, Stitcher, Pocket Cast. Just look for us. We'll be on there.
Yeah, just Google us.
Right.
Google me, baby. You can also find us on Twitter and Instagram at YAGI_podcast. On Facebook at facebook.com/YAGIPOD. And then we also have our website, which is www.weareyagip.com. I'm forgetting stuff mid-sentence. And then you can also email us or text us. Our email is Ashleyandninapod@gmail.com, or you could text us, call us, and leave a voicemail at 323-486-3811.
Yeah, episode 71 in the books.
Woo woo.
Peace.
Bye.